Hello, and happy Friday, or any day you're watching this, happy that day. It is very warm where I am today. It's like 90 some degrees. It's just a quick little warm snap, and it goes back to 70s. I wanted to give you a little exercise that you can do for grounding. Notice we're outside. You can hear my pool. You can hear the birds, hear the wind. I want you to be able to do that, because when you go outside to do this, I want you to be able to observe everything. This is the art of staying present too. So I'm going to turn this camera around here in a second, but I want to show you about when you put your feet into the ground. It might sound weird to some people, but I promise you grounding is one of the best things that you can ever do, just to come back to base. So if you feel your brain, you're getting a little squirrely, you're going off here, you're going off there, and all of these different obsessive thoughts, this is a great exercise to do. It's absolutely free, but it's so priceless. This is like nature's medicine, right? So the big key to that is, and we're going to do this together. It's not really a meditation, but kind of. So I'm going to take my shoes off. I'm going to flip you around. So I want you to go into any part of the grass. See? Oh, look at my little shadow there. So take your shoesies off, right? Doesn't matter how your feet look. I want you to come out into the grass. See how I am here? It's even better if you sit in it, but I just want to show you that you can do this anywhere. This is what I call your dumping ground. See right here? See how I'm wiggling my toesies? I want you to be able to put your feet in the ground. And don't just go through the motions, please, because going through the motions is not going to give you the benefit. And I want you to put your feet into the ground, right? So now my feet's in the ground, right? This is why I call it your dumping ground, right? Just like a data dump journal, you're going to dump things that you're feeling. Be specific with your feelings. So let's say you say, just feeling a little apprehensive. You don't even really know why. You just feel a little anxious. Doesn't really have a definition as to why or a trigger or whatever. But let's say it does, cool, analyze it. But if not, just sit with it. I want you to now feel it, okay, wherever you're feeling it. If you're feeling it in your head, your chest, your breath, wherever you feel it, I want you to see yourself and feel the ground. When I tell you feel the ground, feel each little pebble or rock or piece of grass you have under there. So I'm rushing it, but give yourself 10 or 15 minutes to do this, right? You don't need a lot of time, but it's always good to have it. And and as you exhale, I want you to just sit with the feelings. Doesn't matter how scared you are, how nervous you are. Sit with it. Just feel it almost like flush into the ground. Just sit with it, sit with it, sit with it, sit with it, right? Now, as that happens, I also want you to envision, right? Envision a cord going from your root chakra, which is like where your pelvic bone is. And I want you, mine happens to be like an anchor. Yours can be anything you want it to be. Mine's a little anchor. And I want you to allow that little anchor to see it bust through the earth, right? So I want you to allow it to like come out of that pubic area. And I want you to touch the ground with whatever it is. And I want you to see it rooting into that ground, right there, okay? Deep breath. In the meantime, from your belly button, right, which is your solar plexus, I want you to take that's like right above your belly button actually, but that's your solar plexus. And I want you to envision like a cord of light, like mine tends to be like almost like a Wonder Woman lasso cord. Come up through, right? So it's coming up from your belly button all the way up through top of your head, and it's going out, and you can wrap it around. Sometimes I'm doing this at night, especially on a full moon. I'll wrap it around the full moon or the moon anytime. But this time we're going to wrap it around the sun. So now you're really, because you don't want to be too grounded either, right? I know that sounds weird, but you can be too grounded. So you want to be able to balance it between grounding and then cording, right? And again, give yourself 10, 15 minutes. Really feel what you're feeling. If your mind wanders, just acknowledge it, say, oh, I see what you're doing, and then come back here. Breath is always going to be your key. It's always going to be your key is breath, right? The ground is one of the most valuable things on the planet that is free to you at any given time and is there for your taking to ground. So you get so busy worrying about, I wish I could just feel better, I could do this. Don't just do this as an action. Do this as an experience every single time you need to do that. But I definitely wanted to share that with you because you guys have asked me to do a little bit of grounding exercises. And I promise we'll do more. We'll do meditations. We'll do things like that. It's 90 some degrees. I'm going to put my feet here into the water for just a few moments and just sit down here and finish up with you guys. But I just wanted to, like I said, share that with you because to ground yourself is such a key element. And allowing yourself that gift of grounding is where you start really practicing your breathing, practice staying present, practice acknowledging what's in your mind and in your body. So that's an important factor. Do that anytime, day, night, 100 times a day, it doesn't really matter, okay? Let me know how you feel after or during or any of those things. It's sunny. I have these on. These are my sunnies. That's what you guys say in Australia, sunnies, and I like it. So I love you guys. Have an amazing day. Go out and ground yourself. Cord yourself up to the sun or the moon. You'll feel so much better.